For those who didn't see our first show that you did, how did you end up getting that role in the first place?
Well, you know, being a comedian in Boston, there were a lot of opportunities to go to New York and audition for things. Someone would say, hey, they're looking for hockey players for a commercial. This was in like 1985, 86. And, you know, me and Kevin Knox and a bunch of guys would pile into a car and drive down to New York in hockey jersey. We'd black out our teeth and everything and go down, hey, you know. And then the real actors would come in and we'd go, oh, the hockey audition, it's down the hall. You know, so a bunch of us would go down there. And little by little, we started working in New York. And when you work in New York on the stages there's agents, managers, and people from commercials and stuff. So a couple guys came up to me and said, hey, do you have representation? I said, no, I don't. So anyway, I hooked up with this one agency, and they said, you got to go to such and such a place, which is what they always do, and it's a thing called The Sopranos. And I said, The Sopranos? Yeah, it's some mob thing. And so I went down there and I auditioned. And 2 days later, I got a call that I got it. And I was like, you're kidding me? And they said, no. I said, okay. So I'm walking around going, hey, I'm on this show called The Sopranos. And people are like, well, that's a stupid name. I was like, yeah, it is. It's a mob thing. Oh, no, not another mob thing. You know what I mean? It was that kind of thing. And when you think about it, the Beatles was a stupid name. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you never know. But anyway, I got it, and I went in, and I did the part. You know, hello, hello, hello. You know, I get beat up with the phone, and I was only supposed to be there for 1 day. I was a day player, 1 day. And I was balancing things on my nose, and I was cutting up being a comedian, and they liked me. So I was in the next 3. And then I wasn't in the second season. Anyway, here it is. 6 years later, I'm still on the show. So
which is great. And a lot of episodes, too.
Yeah.
Is that the most episodes in the season you'll be in this time?
No. I was in season 3, I was in 5 episodes. And in one of them, I was in 12 scenes. I was in more than James Gandolfini.
Wow.
Yeah, I got Ralphie hits me in the face with a big chain, and
Can you get me in there? No.
Yeah, and I'm in a lot of scenes. You know, I'm actually running the Bada Bing in this one episode, which is kind of strange. My character is very strange on The Sopranos. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't have any beginning and end, and I actually quit the mob.
Oh, that's
which,
a good thing.
as people know, you don't do. Like Paulie Walnut says when I'm in the hospital, you know, he don't want to work here no more. He don't want to see you, Tony. He gave his notice. He's quitting. He gave his notice, like it's a 7-Eleven. You know? And I really was off the show for almost 2 years now, you know. And they called. My manager said, "You're not going to believe who just called. Take a guess." And I said, "Kevin Costner." I'm in a movie with Kevin Costner. He said, "No." And I said, "Let's see, Kevin Spacey." No. He said, "The Sopranos called." I said, "You're kidding me." And here I am, and literally, I'm at the Bing working, and Tony comes in and goes, "What are you doing here?" That's literally how he sees me. He doesn't even know I'm there.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's it. And I'm back on, and I could be on more. There's about 3 or 4 more left to tape.
Yeah.
So I really don't know anything. Something big could be happening with me. I don't really know.
Well, I just hope you don't get killed, that's all.
Thank you.
We're all hoping.
I'd like to kill somebody.
That's all the time you get a chance to kick some butt.
I've actually said that to the writers. Can I shoot somebody? No. I want to shoot somebody. Or at least get shot.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great? I come into the Bing dressed as a woman, you know. Who's this big broad, you know, and I got a gun, and I'm like, oh, where's Tony? Show me Tony. Bam, bam. And they go, boom, 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 and they kill me, and they go over to me. It's Georgie. He's a drag queen. Wouldn't that be great?
That would be
Well, the other guy was gay, so I mean, why can't I be a drag queen?
Yeah, I didn't like that whole thing.
That was tough.
I'm telling you, I didn't like that whole.
Yeah, that was very, very tough.
No, it really killed The Sopranos for me. I was not happy with it. I just wanted them to off him really quickly.
They don't
because it was really annoying me.
Yeah, right. I know they don't care about anything. They really don't. They took 2 years off. They don't care.
Yeah.
Gandolfini didn't get his nomination in to be Best Actor. He doesn't care. You know, they don't care.
We have to meet everybody else. We have plenty of time, of course. But I wanted to. But before we do that, you had some great news. You just came in with this amazing news.
Yeah.
Tell the audience this great
Conan
news.
O'Brien's former side. Conan O'Brien, NBC's former sidekick, Andy Richter.
He used to rule the universe.
Yeah, he had a show called Andy Richter Rules the Universe, and he was Conan O'Brien's sidekick for many years, 2 or 3 years. And he walked away, and he wanted to do TV. Now he's got a show that I think might make it. It's called Andy Barker PI. He's a private investigator, and each week there's a bad guy. And I'm in the second week, and I'm the bad guy.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I got a great. It's very funny. It's a big part, and I'm kind of in the whole thing. Yeah, and my character's name is Thug Number 1. Thank God it's not Thug Number 2. I'd be really upset.
Now, Thug Number 1. See, we were talking before about maybe seeing if this could be some kind of an extended return.
Yes,
character.
I'm hoping that it'll
Thug
be a return.
Number 1 is not usually presented as such.
Right.
Usually they have a name that they're going to continue.
Are you trying to hurt me? Is that
No,
what
no,
you're trying
no.
to do?
But
Bringing them down.
You need to have them give you a name.
No, but it's a joke. It's actually a joke because that is what they're doing. They're making. They actually call me that in the episode.
They do.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
So
they
they're
say,
making fun of them.
Oh, they do.
making fun of the fact that I was actually on
Tongue-in-cheek.
Spin City with Michael J. Fox, where I was doorman number 2, and I really was doorman number 2. You know,
Did that come back? That role?
No,
It was not recurrent.
no, it was not.
Aha.
Didn't spin around.
But Thug Number 1 could be.
So how was it like working with Michael J. Fox?
He was great.
Yeah?
He was amazing. I mean, he really was. He proved beyond a shadow of a doubt, not only had he been working in television for 15 years, but that he was a mega star. I mean, there were 400 people in the studio audience. When he came out, they screamed for him like a rock star. And he ran out there and he played to the audience and they loved him. And he was wonderful. He was a nice guy. He knows Tony V and all these guys from playing hockey.
Yeah.
And he was just really great. And he actually had the mannerisms. He actually started to have the disease, He was
Really?
making jokes about it and everything. He said, I could play Muhammad Ali. you know what I mean? He was doing stuff like that. Wonderful man. Wonderful. And the whole show was fun. The whole thing was great.
It's amazing that a guy like that, who's a really great guy, and people who know him all say the same thing about him, that he would get enmeshed in this controversy by doing that political ad.
Right.
And, and having Rush Limbaugh and the whole battle. It's
Unbelievable.
Just, it just seems so unlikely that something like that would happen.
Barry Bostwick, the mayor.
of,
The mayor.
Spencer,
He was
yeah.
great.
He was
And
awesome.
people love when you remember them from
Tall.
things. He was in Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yes.
And I said that to him, and he went, hey. Like, nobody says that to him anymore. It's only 30 years ago. You know? And I said,
remember that.
Rocky Horror Picture Show, you were great. He's like, oh, thanks, man.
That's a cult movie. Some of the people who
Yeah.
watch that over and over again, the
Yeah.
midnight shows they used to have in Exeter Street in Boston.
Yep.